Hey, this is Coach Boo coming to you straight from the hip. Here we are with another episode of Athletes Inside Out. Today with me I have Mr. Jayson Gilliom, class of 2021, cornerback from North Gwinnett High School, on his way to Kansas, about to get up out of here. Jayson, talk to everybody and just kind of tell them a little bit about who you are, how long you've been playing football, things of that nature.
I'm Jayson Gilliom. I play DB. I've been playing football since I was 3 years old, playing flag football in the park. I first started playing tackle football when I was 8. I was actually born in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And then I moved down to Florida when I was six months old to a year.
Okay.
And I was pretty much born and raised in Florida. I moved up in Georgia in about 2015. And I came to North Gwinnett last year.
Okay. Now, Jayson, talk a little bit about that because you've been around a little bit. I mean, you might not remember, Massachusetts because, like you said, you were kind of raised in Florida. And a lot of times people talk about Florida versus Georgia. How do you feel about that as far as football is concerned?
After playing in both Florida and Georgia,
yeah.
Georgia has better football, hands down. Hands down. Georgia has better football.
Okay.
Florida has some athletes, but overall, Georgia has better football, hands down.
Okay.
Georgia has the best football in the country.
Now let me talk about this a little bit too because, you played at North Gwinnett, which is, of course, Gwinnett County. And Gwinnett County always gets a lot of talk. I think USA Today said it being the SEC of high school football, things of that nature. But then you also played over in Fulton County at Alpharetta High School. So talk a little bit about that difference there.
North Gwinnett, especially, the standard is here. Fulton County is a little bit different, but in Gwinnett County, you can tell that's a football county. That's where a lot of players come from. The best coaches come from. Everything in Gwinnett County is here compared to everywhere else.
Gotcha. You're getting ready to head to Kansas and University of Kansas. Talk a little bit about that journey because, I know at one time you were committed to Furman and you had several offers from some other places. Just talk a little bit about that whole recruiting piece and how you navigated your way through it.
Well, I first got in touch with Kansas May, the spring. I can't remember the exact date, but I first started talking to them off and on beginning of May.
Okay.
All throughout summer and into fall, and then after a couple of games, they hit me up and said, "Oh, they like my film for my senior year and stuff like that." So I've always stayed in touch with Kansas. I've always liked Kansas, and when they offered me, I had to tell the Furman coach that I was going to Kansas.
Okay. So talk. How was that uncomfortable? Did you feel like, hey, this is just part of the process? I mean, how did that work out as far as when you had to make that phone call to Furman?
It was definitely hard. I obviously built up a relationship with the Furman coaches, had a strong bond with them. It was tough. It was definitely a hard conversation to have, but at the end of the day, it's business.
Sure.
It's a business, so it was definitely tough. Definitely a tough conversation. I love Coach Wright. I love the Furman coaches, but it's always been my dream to play at the highest level, in the biggest stadiums, the biggest arenas, the biggest spotlight there is.
Right.
To showcase my abilities, so that's why I chose Kansas.
You're about to enroll in college. You're going to be an early enrollee. You've had time to kind of reflect now and kind of look back on your whole high school career and whatnot. Talk a little bit about your parents because, I think that this is the time when you kind of really are starting to get to understand the sacrifice and all the things that they put into your career. So talk a little bit about that.
My parents have done everything for me. They put me I told them that I want to do this, and they supported me through it all. They got me trainers, got me with you, Coach Boo. They've been through it all. I just can't. I wouldn't be here without them. They put me in the position for me to be successful.
Absolutely. And like I said, I know your parents, and obviously I think very highly of your parents, and And it's even difficult for me. 'Cause I get kind of choked up about it when I think about the sacrifice, because a lot of kids don't realize that, you know, while they're paying Coach Boo X amount of money a month, you know, and they're paying you know, Coach Nate X amount of money a month, they could be buying a car, or they could be going golfing 3 times a week, or doing things of that nature, but they're not doing that so that you can do these kinds of things. So I think that's real important. Well, folks, I hope that you have enjoyed as much as I have getting to know Jayson Gilliom as an athlete from the inside out.
Thank you.
He's gifted in so many ways. You'll watch that in the way he plays, with talents such that none could ever doubt him.